Yeah, last road trip of the regular season. We feel like we've progressed the whole season to this point. The message to the team has been very simple and very monotonous, to be honest with you, that every practice and every game we keep talking about just getting incrementally better. And I think we've done that for the most part this year, and that's the same goal this week. It is a great feeling, and I told the team yesterday it's a great feeling and a great accomplishment to be the regular season conference champions. But the one goal that we've had above all others is win the conference tournament championship. And to do that, we need to get better this week and hopefully have a good showing down in Florida.
FIU gave you guys some trouble at home last time, correct?
Absolutely.
What's the difficulty with them on the road?
Yeah, I mean, we're playing two capable teams this weekend, but FIU, they have three of the leading scorers in the conference. They have an inside-outside presence. It's a situation where they have plenty of talent, and we're going to have to play a really solid defensive game and then be efficient on the offensive end. They'll play a couple different defenses, and we're going to have to do things, again, very efficiently offensively, and then defensively we're going to have to step up and really be focused on their three scores.
You mentioned evolve throughout the year. What evolution have you seen that you've liked?
Well, I think the exciting part is I think we have a long way to go still. I don't think we've hit our stride yet. I don't think we're playing to our potential. But on the defensive end, I think we've stressed defensive rebounding. We're not to where we need to be with the defensive rebound, but we've improved throughout the year. And I think guarding actions, I think we're pretty good. The guarding the ball screen and guarding the ball when people are driving are two things that we have gotten better, and we still have room to improve there. And then offensively, I mean, we're leading one of the top 5 teams in the country in assists. We're sharing the basketball. We're scoring at a pretty good rate, and the guys are really unselfish. So I think we've really got an identity on the offensive end.
When you're talking about rebounding, does that become more paramount, you think, in tournament basketball, or is it kind of a year-round thing, or is rebounding really a critical?
I mean, I don't know if it's more important in tournament play, but rebounding is a stat that's usually a defining type stat. It's if you dominate the boards, you're typically going to be pretty successful. The rebounding part, the field goal percentage, and the field goal percentage defense are three things that I really look at. The first thing when I look at a stat sheet.
I know the message is to get better, with each game, with each practice, but knowing that you've locked everything up here, I mean, I would imagine it's going to be tough for the players to kind of maybe stay focused a little bit these last 2 games. Are you worried at all about losing a little bit of momentum, knowing that you're playing 2 games with everything already wrapped up?
Well, certainly, and we've talked about human nature this year, and I talked to the team yesterday about human nature, and I said, hey, are we good? Like, is this the end result for our team? And it kind of hit them, I think, like, no, we're not. And we're not okay with just going through the motions in practice today or yesterday. And so I thought we had a really spirited practice yesterday, but we talked about the idea of enjoying our success after the season. Now is not the time to enjoy it. If anything, we've talked about the month of March being the time when we want to play our best. And now, even though we've had some success, now's the time to lock in. And these 2 games, while they aren't going to decide the regular season champion, they are going to be important for us getting better as a team. And I think the guys understand that we are in the month of March right now, and now it's time to crank it up.
How much will players?
No, how much from a coaching standpoint is there anything you want to maybe try out, anything new that you're looking to do in these games? Is there anything you can do knowing that kind of the security of knowing it's wrapped up?
Well, we're not going to sit our starters or anything like that. It's something we're going to continue to push as hard as we possibly can in practice and in games. And again, because we're trying to build the chemistry, we're trying to build the cohesion on the team. If we do, we might add a play or 2, but that's the same thing we've done throughout the season. Each week we might add a wrinkle or add something, and we'll continue to do that. But it's the same game plan that we had last year, and it's the same game plan that we've been consistent with this year.
In terms of making sure they're ready to play in 2 meaningless, quote-unquote, games, do you think it's more player leadership or coaching leadership to make sure that they're on that page?
Well, it's a combination. I think it's the message has to be delivered from the coaches that this is an important week for us to improve and get better and position ourselves to play our best going into the conference tournament. But there is a great deal of senior leadership or player leadership that has to happen. And we'll look to Robert Brown, certainly. But I think all the guys on the team can understand the big picture. And we've talked big picture. We've done 2 things this year. We've talked big picture being the conference tournament, trying to play our best, and we've talked very, very small picture in terms of today's practice or today's game is the only thing that matters. And right now that's what we're doing is focusing on each practice, but then talking about the conference tournament and the need to get to the best place we can. as a team and playing our best and playing as competitive we can. So I think the guys understand that, and the conference tournament's going to be here in a blink of an eye, and so it's not like we're going down and eating seafood and resting on the beach for a week here. We're going to go down there as a work trip, and that's what we've talked about all the road trips. It's a business trip, it's a work trip, and that's where we're going to treat this one.
I know you talked about the experience, guys drawing on experience, even though you said it was, next year you can stop on the young team. Have you already seen the experience of last year kind of come out a little bit in the last few weeks? Is that fair?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've been in so many close games this year, and I think the guys have applied those principles and those lessons late game situations. I still think we have so much to improve upon, and we need to play a consistent game, a 40-minute game. And I know it's cliche, but it's just a fact that we haven't played a lot of complete games this year. And going into next week especially, we have to get our minds ready to play 40 minutes. If we can do it one game, then we can hopefully get a second game. If we can do it two, hopefully we can get to three.
What's been the biggest challenge down there? Because I don't know if your teams have ever won down there.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to talk about. I mean, if we need motivation, the best motivation you can possibly have is getting our tails beat. And the last 2 years, we're 0-4 down in Florida. So that provides plenty of motivation for me and I think for the team as well.
Is there just any rhyme or reason to that? Do you do any different routines down there this year? Or are there
No, I don't. I'm not superstitious. We're not going to change everything and make wholesale changes by any means. All 4 games, as I recall, were very, very close, last minute or last second type games. We just need to play better. And I'd love to give you guys lots of cliches and grandiose ideas, but we're sitting here talking about one day at a time and play our best on game day and try and make incremental improvements before the conference tournament.
So the guys won't get any time on the beach this weekend?
Well, we tried that one of the years. We lost at FAU, and so we went to the beach to get their minds right and lost the next game as well. So if we do, it'll be quick. And but my plan right now is it is a business trip and really focus on the games.
Yeah, like you said, it's just motivation. I'm 0-2 there. Lots of them are 0-4, and we lost pretty bad endings to the games last year. One was a alley-oop dunk at the end of the game, and then the last one we just weren't ready to come out. And so it's just we're locked in, ready to go. My coach said today's March 1st. He texted the entire team and said, "Welcome to March," and it's time to go.
like early morning text or something like that?
Well, actually, he sent it last night, and so some of the guys were giving him a hard time, saying it's not March yet. So then we got another one this morning. So.
You guys have, in the regular season, done what you wanted to do. With these last 2 games, do you treat them like tune-up games? Do you treat them in any differently whatsoever?
No, I don't think so. We're ready to go. We have fun every time we step out on the court. We've been told we've won the regular season, but we haven't got a trophy yet. We didn't get to cut down the net, so nothing really has been locked down. And so we're just keeping on playing, and we're excited to play down there.
Coach Hess mentioned what he's liked in improvements. What have you liked in improvements?
Just the way we're playing right now. I know it started conference. We were going into it playing little spurts at a time. Like Coach said, we haven't put a full 40 together, but we're getting there. We're getting real close. Just the continuation of how we're working together and sharing the ball. Everybody's in good moods with each other, good relationships, and we're gelling right now.
What do you think's missing from that when you say not playing a full 40?
When we get up a little 8-10 run, and we just lag for a few possessions, and then they hit a big shot. Just those little things right there, little details that we got to stay focused on, and make that 8-10 lead go up to 15.
I know the experience of last year has been talked about a lot. Do you feel like some of that experience is starting to show itself maybe in the last few weeks?
Yeah, definitely. We've all matured, especially following Robert Brown. He's done a great job leading this team and looking out for us, and we're just excited for this month and hope for big things.
Do you get the sense this trip is a little bit about momentum as well, trying to continue that heading into next week?
Yeah, like Coach said, we haven't played. He doesn't think we played our best basketball yet, and these 2 games give us a great opportunity going into the conference tournament.
What are you most looking forward to about being in Miami or Boca Raton?
2 wins and then the hot sun. Hopefully, get some time on the beach.
In that order, right? Wins, then the sun.
Wins and then the sun.